So, hey, how y'all doing? It's Sharonda, and hey, how y'all doing? And today, I am here with a recent reads video. So let's go ahead and get into this thing, shall we? So, hey, how y'all doing? I hope everything is going well for you. All right. So, yeah, this is going to be a recent reads video with a mix of a May wrap up because I did not do an individual video for that. I don't know. I just have not been in the mind frame to do my monthly wrap ups. I don't know why. And they're silent too. But I don't know. But, and also, this will include a yes, no, and maybe for the books as well. So for May, I read a total of a whopping 9 books. Yes, y'all, 9 books. And those 9 books include a series. Yes. Cheers to me, huh? Yeah, listen, it is what it is. I tried. And I got 9 books read, and for me that is great. And then for me to complete a series, especially a finished series, you got me. You got me. That you had to have come out of the ballpark running with that first book. And that is exactly what the author did. But we're gonna go ahead and start. Okay. First book is going to be Heart of Night and Fire. This is part of the Nightfire Quartet series by Nisha J. Tuli. This series has a total of 4 books in it. It is a romancy, okay? And basically, the book kind of like incorporates everything. Slow burn. We have a dragon shifter. We have a young girl who is finding out more. Basically discovering her magic. She comes in contact with a long lost daddy. Kind of find out he ain't nothing much. Should have left him where he was at, but here we are. She comes in contact, with her long lost step siblings. You know what I'm saying? She has, she finds out that the magic that she has is, dark. Everybody trying to get their hands on her so they can kind of like use her magic for themselves and all that other stuff. It's a bang out series. These are Indian characters. The series itself revolves around like Indian mythology. We have like vampire like characters. Oh, and did I say like the main male character, Rabin, is a dragon shifter? It's just anyway. First book is Heart of Night and Fire. I ended up rating that one 3 stars. And for me, I just feel like Heart and Night and Fire just suffered from first book in the Blue series. For me, the pacing didn't work. Even though she gives us exactly what she wants, what she says she's going to give us inside of this book, the pacing just did not work for me. And that is okay, because we move on to the second book, and that is Dance of Stars and Ashes. And I ended up rating that book 4 stars, and we get phenomenal growth of the characters. We get more development of the story plot, and what to expect throughout the series itself. It's a pretty the pacing picks up inside of the second book for me. Okay. And also with this series, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, do not go inside this series thinking you're gonna read the second book first or the third book first, or start off with the 4th book and work your way back. No, you need to read that first book, because what she does with this series is, once you finish that book, it is not a cliffhanger, but yeah, it's a cliffhanger. And what she does is she definitely picks that story up when you go inside of the next book. So don't think you're gonna do all of that. Nope. Read the series in order. Okay. Next book is Storm of Ink and Blood. I rated that one 4 stars as well. Again, great growth of the characters. Plot moves really quick. Listen, the action scenes in this series is top notch. Okay, everybody fighting in this book, even the women. The women is just like, mm-mm, I will stab you. My God, I will stab you. But yeah, I love the action scenes throughout the series. And last book is going to be Queen of Shadows in Rune. I ended up rating the last book in the series 5 stars. This book is a great example of wrapping your series up, giving us everything that we needed to complete the series. Questions are answered. Yeah, I just great example, okay, of wrapping your series out up. She leaves no questions unanswered in the series. You know, our two romantic love characters, you know, they finally get their happily ever after. You know, everything is well. You know, the oppressed people are no longer oppressed. You know what I mean? But yeah, great series. I really, really did enjoy this series. I liked it a lot. I can't even lie to y'all. I really, really did enjoy this series. And I'm definitely, this is my first series or first set of books that I've read by this author. And I'm definitely going to pick up her other series, which is right now inside a KU because it is a Fae series. And y'all know, I love Fae. I love Fae characters, okay? Fake characters for me are like vampires. Give them to me, I will suck up in your way. For the Night Quartet series, definitely a yes. So yeah, you should be reading the series. Next book is going to be Someone Knows by V. Keeland. This is a psychological thriller. This is an ARC that I've received through Asia, so shout out to them. This book releases on June 17th. And let me tell you, wait a minute. Okay, let me tell y'all. This lady don't play with her books. Okay, she's gonna give you some psycho characters. She's just gonna give you a good story, and she's gonna wrap the story up at the end. You might have some questions at the end because I was just like, oh my God, what's going on, Elizabeth? Oh no, you know what I'm saying? But it is a good series. So basically, inside of this book, I will not go into too much because I have a video here on my channel. And also, if you rather will read about it, you don't want to watch a video, but you're already on YouTube, so why would you not want to watch a video? But anyway, I also have a written review on my blog. But basically, we have Elizabeth, who is a college professor, and basically, her past is trying to come, you know, drag her back, you know, and she's just like, oh no. She's really inside of this book, like, what the hell, y'all? What the hell, Barry? You know, Elizabeth got questions, and the questions are unraveling inside of Someone Knows. This is a very good psychological thriller. Like, somebody is playing games with this lady, and I was just like, who's playing games? I think Elizabeth should have been a little bit more tough, in my humble little opinion, because I would have been knocking everybody out. Because nah, y'all ain't gonna be playing with me. I done got my life right. You know, I'm good with Jesus. Jesus good with me. What's going on here? Okay. Why you trying to drag me back? But anyway, it's a very good book. This book does deal with some, you know, some triggers, you know, grooming. Okay, she discusses grooming inside of this book. You know, abuse, childhood abuse. You know, so just, you know, if those things kind of like trigger you, be careful. You know what I mean? But yeah, the book does deal with some heavy themes as well. So again, the book does not come out until June 17th. I do have a video here. I don't do too much, you know, I'm vague for a reason inside of my video, my initial video for this book, because the book hasn't come out yet. But yeah, 4.5 stars for me. 4.5 stars. This is my first book by V. And V, We locked in, okay, V. We are locked in. I'm we is locked in, girl, because you was putting these ladies through it. You, because I was like, Elizabeth, there, okay. For someone knows, definitely a yes. When it comes out, definitely add it to your TBR, okay? Okay. And our next book is going to be After All These Years by June Gray. This is a novella length book. We have Filipino characters. Um, I ended up rating After All These Years 3 stars. I didn't. It's a second chance romance, okay? Um, for the most part, I like the book, but I don't know. I really can't. It's crazy, but I was just like kind of like, about the book. But basically, inside this book, we have AJ and Roxy, who were high school sweethearts, and they run into each other again at one of his relatives' wedding. And we have this romance that takes off from there. AJ and Roxy have a very complicated um, past, so it takes them just a little bit to try to get it together by the end of this book. But yeah, for the most part, 3 stars. I liked it. I'll tell you that I liked it. Okay, so for all of these years, maybe. Our next book is going to be Realm of Thieves by Karina Hale. Okay, I'm not going to go into much of this one either. There's a video here on my channel, and if you don't want to look at the video, which I don't understand why, because again, we're here on YouTube. But it's also, I have a written review on my blog. This is a romancy. This book was another ARC that I received. Expected to be released on June 10th. Love this book. I ain't gonna go into too much, but I love this book. I just, we got dragons, deranged, evil people eating dragons. Okay, we got thieves. We got a toxic family. Just go watch my video on this book. But Realm of Thieves, 4 stars, 4.5. I liked this book. Very excited to see what she does with this series. Very excited to see what she does with the second book. The second book is definitely going to be a grumpy male character, and y'all know I love me some grumps. So definitely with Realm of Thieves, yes, okay. Next book is going to be Plus Size Player by Danielle Allen. This is the second book in her Curve series. This is another EARC received from the publisher, which is a Bramble, a romance division of Tor. For Plus Size Player, so 2.5. If you're on Goodreads, I rounded it up to 3. Storygraph is a 2.5. And inside of this book, we have Nina, who is a plus size model influencer. And she has a roster, honey. Nina keeps her roster clean, honey. Okay, she don't be playing games with her roster. Okay, but there's one man on her roster that she really likes, Russ, and they get things going inside of this book. So for me, I rated it a 2.5. Again, on Goodreads, it's rounded up to a 3. For the most part, I just feel like the romance just didn't do it for me inside of Plus Size Player. And also the book was very much wordy for me. I just feel like there was no connection between Nina and Russ. She does give us, Danielle Allen is very good on giving us like great, sexual connections, sex connections between these characters, right? And we get that between Nina and Russ. But I don't know. I just feel like the romance was just lacking for me. Sometimes the fat phobia inside of this book, which we definitely should be discussing, within the romance community, but I don't know. I just, yeah, this second book did not work for me, and yeah, I got a whole lot of reasons why. I have a full review up on my blog. I won't be doing a video for it, but I'll have a full review up on my blog after release week. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, yeah. So definitely with plus size player, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Um, and then the last book is going to be Nothing is Free by Dreia Wells. This is an Omegaverse book. This book correlates with a duology that she has, which was the Going Down Smooth pact or whatever. But this second book focuses on Free, or I think her full name was Freya. She is in these the duology books or whatever, and I was pretty much very much excited to read this book. I was very excited for Free's story. But inside of this book we have Free, who is a beta. She is fated mated in her, which we see in Mercy's book, which is the main female character from the duology. She is fated mated with an Omega from a pack, but that Omega is part of a pack that he belongs to three alphas, and Free becomes part of that pack. But Free has a very harsh background, and that her past kind of like comes in, and takes full play inside of her book. Okay, where she is kidnapped, and the men from her pack essentially have to save her. But either way, I ended up rating Nothing is Free, 2.5 rounded up to 3 on Goodreads. If you are on Storygraph or will follow me on Storygraph, it's a 2.5. For me, this book is very heavy on abusive themes, and I feel like those themes inside of the book just took me out of the story. And for me, I was very much excited to get into Free's story. There's different tones of abuse inside of Nothing is Free. I will definitely say that if anything related to abuse is going to trigger you, definitely don't check into the series, because the way she writes it, the betas inside of this series, they're not treated well at all. The Omegas, the male Omega characters are not treated well, by their families, by anybody. They basically are for profit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just feel like there was a whole lot going on inside of this story, and it just did not give us, we got some background on Free's background, and her life growing up with her parents and why she ran away from them. But when we in Mercy's stories, we see Free as this very successful woman who's living her life or whatever. So to go inside of her book and just see what happens to her, and just all the themes that the abusive themes that are going on around her, it just it just took me out of her story. And I was really excited to read Free's book, you know what I mean? So yeah, there are queer elements inside of this book as well, because again, even though she's fated mated to be with the Omega, again, he is part of a pack, and he's very intimate with the alphas in his pack as well. So there are queer themes going on inside of this book. But yeah, so yeah, 2.5 on Storygraph, and rounded up to a 3 on Goodreads. So yeah, But I'm going to leave my graph here of my wrap up for May. That is it for me. Thank y'all so much for sticking through this. And until next month, later days. Bye.